Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Casey. I usually make videos about functional neurological disorder and health. I just really wanted quickly to show you guys that I got a kitten. His name is Monty. He's 2 months old. He's pretty crazy right now, so I just wanted to grab him and show him off quickly. Yeah, so I am back with a requested video to update about my clonazepam experience. So I made a video, I think last year, talking about my withdrawal experience and how I was trying to come off the medication. So yeah, someone asked if I could talk more about if I successfully came off of it and what was my experience. And so yeah, I thought I'd make this video. Hopefully it's helpful to some of you. I'm looking a little haggard right now. We've had Kitty for 3 or 4 days now. I've never had a cat, so it's been interesting. We just live in a small RV, so he's in here with us all the time, and I didn't realize that cats like to stay up at night. So we've just been trying to work out a sleep schedule and make sure that we keep him up during the day so that he's not running around like a crazy devil spawn at nighttime. So I did write some notes because my brain don't work that well. Yeah, so I just wanted to start off talking about what is clonazepam. As you know, you're probably watching this, you already know what it is, but I'm just going to cover it really quickly. So the drug is usually used for anxiety or like panic disorders, mania, and seizures. So that is why I got put on it, because almost 2 years ago now, I had a really bad FND, non-epileptic seizure episode. It just started really bad and then kept continuing. The doctors didn't really know what was going on, and I was hospitalized for about a week. And where I live, there's not a lot of space in the hospital. They don't have very many beds or rooms, so they kind of just wanted to get me out and back home, where I was like kind of stable enough to be at home and be okay until I found a further diagnosis and a different medication. So I got put on 3 milligrams a day. So I was taking 0.5, 2.5s 3 times a day. So morning, afternoon, and evening. So yeah, that was a pretty crazy experience. I won't talk about it too much because I do already have a video talking about it, but it did make me completely different, numb to my whole experience. I barely remember last year because I was pretty drugged up. I was just like high all the time, and I really feel like I lost like a year of my life to it. It's pretty sad, but I don't know if there was another way to deal with that, but that's just how it happened. Anyway, so clonazepam is considered a tranquilizer, and it's a benzo. So the way that it works, my cat is trying to knock over the tripod. The way that it works is that it numbs your brain and your nerves. So that would make sense as to why it helps with anxiety or seizures, as it numbs your nervous system, makes you really calm. So sometimes with the drug, well, the way that it works as well is that the longer that you take it, it starts to not work as well. So it's not really considered to be a long-term drug, as that is not what you want. Your body also becomes very addicted to it. It has a lot of side effects. This cat is crazy. It has a lot of side effects. Drowsiness being a really big one, dizziness, and like kind of just like loss of coordination. Okay, he's going off the bed. Zoom. So yeah, that's kind of an overall insight about clonazepam. So I was not meant to stay on it long term. I don't actually remember why they decided to switch me off. I think that they wrote in my notes that it was like making me really tired, which it was. So it was great that my team decided to take me off, because I was just in La La Land. I don't know that I could have made that decision myself. It kind of worked for my seizures, but not really. I was still having seizures. I just wasn't feeling as anxious all the time. So I honestly don't even remember like how long I was taking it until I started to come off, like maybe 5, 6 months. So that's not very long, thankfully. I've heard people that have taken it for years and years and years and then have to go to like detox or withdrawal clinics to help them come off of it. I will say that the withdrawal process is very challenging. For me, I didn't find that I had like a mental addiction to it, but physically trying to withdraw was very challenging. I had to try to come down and go back up many times. And yeah, so I would drop about, yeah, I was cutting the pills. So I would cut a half of a milligram into four, and I would drop a quarter of that like once every 2 weeks. And the first week would be very horrible. I would have lots of seizures and really bad anxiety. It would affect my sleep. I would feel headaches all the time and nausea. It was really, really challenging. So I did that. I can't tell you for how long. Ow. A couple months. Crazy kitty. And let me think. I think it took like 5 or 6 months to come off of it. I was very determined to come off of it because I was being told by people around me that I was very different and, that I'd changed because this medication was really affecting me. And now that I look back at it and like watch some of my old videos, like even the way that I talked, you could hear it in my like voice in my mouth. Get really bad dry mouth from it, but just, I don't know, you could just hear it. It just sounded messed up. So yeah, super determined to come off of it. So once I was down to like that quarter of a 0.5 pill, that was like the hardest to come off of. And they were telling me that once you get down to the smaller amounts coming off of it, it's much harder. I don't really know why. So it took a while, and I would go like every second day without it. Sometimes people think like you have to take a certain size to come down, but like make it easy for yourself. Like go down the smallest amount, and like if you need to take 2, 3 weeks, a month, 5 months for each withdrawal process to be over, then do that. Like I found it so challenging because I felt like I couldn't enjoy my life because I'd go down a dose and then I'd feel pretty pooey for a week, and then I'd kind of start to feel better, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is nice, and then I just go down another dose. So it is really hard to like enjoy life when you're constantly withdrawing. So yeah, my solid advice would just be like take it as slow as you can. Like you don't want your whole life to just be you withdrawing off of meds. Like you need to enjoy your life somewhere in there. It would be helpful as well if you could find, something to help you ease your anxiety. So it's hard because depending on like what you're taking it for, those symptoms are going to come up, and you also might get rebounds. So like an elastic, you come down and this is normal, but when you come down it stretches so your symptoms get worse, and then it'll come back to normal. So yeah, you need to find different ways to deal with that, whatever you're taking the medication for. So mine was seizures and kind of anxiety, so finding ways that make me feel calm and safe. Many different ways. I really love my bed, crawling in there. Don't be so hard on yourself when you're having those bad days, because it's going to happen. It's going to be tough, but just so much self-compassion and love. Make sure to have friends and family around you to just be there with you in that time. Treat yourself, give yourself rewards. Some supplements that could be helpful could be rhodiola, ashwagandha, but also just, sometimes it's good to check in with your doctor to make sure that it's okay to take certain supplements. Seeing a naturopath is really helpful too, as they can give you really good advice, as well as they know what sort of supplements interact with pharmaceuticals. I just want to like make a quick disclaimer. I am not a doctor. I do not have any sort of professional experience. Obviously, this is just my own experience. I don't want you guys to take something and then have it affect you or interact with your drugs. So please be very careful. I think benzos are very serious drugs, and you just really want to look after yourself. But I do want to say it's been probably 6 months free of clonazepam. I feel fabulous. I'm getting better in my disorder. I'm learning different ways to deal with my underlying stress. This is hard because I feel like a lot of doctors don't look at the core problem. They just want to treat your symptoms and give you medication. I don't fully believe in that. I will say that I am thankful for having medication when I didn't have any other options or that I wasn't mentally ready to work on my issues, but I am building a really nice support team to help me work through things. I really highly suggest looking into regulating your nervous system and learning about that and learning about what it means to have a dysregulated nervous system, and also looking into trauma. Yeah, just really looking into yourself, doing that hard work. It's so tough with any addiction. Well, it's hard to call it an addiction, but anything that you're using to mask some sort of core issue, it's hard. You got to be ready to do the work. So lots of self-care and self-compassion and love and gentleness. I really love to treat myself with just like slow, gentle yoga, meditation, doing stuff that sometimes I don't want to do, like going for like a 15-minute walk outside. I think being outside is really helpful. If you have a furry friend, I have a cat and a dog now. I love my dog. I love walking him. I love giving him hugs. I love having projects, things to distract yourself. I love painting my nails or getting my hair done. I think in the new year I'm going to be treating myself more to like going to the chiropractor and getting massages. But yeah, I don't know if there's like too much more that I can say on that. I feel like I should feel like a professional coming off of pharmaceuticals, but it is really hard. I will say that I am also coming off of pregabalin. This has been really tough. There's times where I'm like, I don't want to do it. Like, I'm just going to stay where I'm at. But the side effects are worse than they are benefiting me. So I really value being healthy and taking care of myself. So I'm doing my best to do what works for me, and I hope that you can do that for yourself as well. Make sure that you do lots of research and look into all the options that you have. Yeah, I hope that was helpful. If you guys are withdrawing from medication or you had an experience with clonazepam, comment down below and share your story and your experience. It can be so helpful to create this community, and people will read your comments and maybe they'll get advice from you that I wasn't able to give you guys. So please share. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more talking about health and also functional neurological disorder, anxiety, I have autism as well, non-epileptic seizures, give me a subscribe. It would be so helpful. I'd be so grateful. Just would love to get my channel monetized so I can reach more people and we can create this really big family that we're all looking out for each other. It would be great that if I could like get monetized and make this into like a bit of a job. As some of you know, I am a permanent disability for my FND, and I'm trying different ways to get back into the work life, but not fully throwing myself out there again and kind of going backwards. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry my cat was a little crazy. Sorry the lighting's not the greatest. I am trying to work on planning a new filming setup in my new trailer. I have a small little art studio, yoga studio, kind of in the process. I'm just painting it right now, so that's like super exciting. Christmas is coming up soon. That's been really awesome. I just finished 6 weeks of pottery classes. I'll have to film some of my pieces when they're done. They are not great. I'm going to tell you that right now, but it was really fun doing that. I would highly suggest like getting into any sort of like classes or hobbies that you love. I really love art and crafting in any way, so I've been trying to take art classes as they come up to just kind of enrich my life and find that joy. And I also try to go with friends so that I have some connection time. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much.